Okay, I have this cool band thing that you have. I have the flat surface facing the ground. I'm standing on it. My toes are into that underneath the loop. I'm holding it with two hands. My knees are bent a little because I don't want it to start with a lot of resistance. Let's start by keeping the same height as well onto the handle, and the handle's not moving at all. So shoulders back and down, stomach is tight, and we could keep the handles well by bending your legs and doing a squat. So again, it's a squat. As what I'm feeling is if I'm bending down, of course I'm feeling some forearm work, but I'm feeling my stomach kicking, the lower stomach muscles kicking in because I'm keeping everything nice and stable. I'm trying to lower straight down and back up. I have a tendency to come to the side, and that's not what I'm after. I want you thinking straight up and down. So maybe in front of your mirror, coming back down. Now we're gonna stay low. Really engage your back muscles now. I have my arms straight in front of me, or straight, my elbows are straight. I've moved everything a little bit in front of me, like a 10-15 degree pendulum in front, 6 inches in front of my thighs now. And I'm staying down. Watch your neck, don't jut it out. Keep looking down, look down, kind of a gaze about a couple feet in front of you. Shoulders are away from your ears, back and down. And now I'm gonna do a wide level row. So my knees are bent a little bit. My stomach is tight. My knees are bent, so I don't have a ton of stress on the band. I have just enough to feel a connection. When I'm bringing my arms up, I'm feeling between my shoulder blades, pulling and back down. Out and in, up and down, up and down. As I'm pulling up though, remember I'm not doing my hinging. I'm going straight up and straight down. So pulling up with my arms, I want my shoulder blades, but I don't want the chin thrust. Now taking it from here, let's turn it into kind of a core. So I have that little bend in my knees, kind of to take pressure off of the resistance of the band, but also because my toes are up to lift. So now I'm gonna stay solid right in here. I'm gonna bring the handles over toward my left thigh and then pull up toward my right shoulder. Left thigh to right shoulder. I'm trying not to move my torso at all, but I'm just trying to move my arms. At the same time though, different parts of my core are popping in. So I'm left thigh to right shoulder, left thigh to right shoulder. Make sure my chin's not moving at all. Now let's go from right thigh up to left shoulder. Keep your shoulders down. Keep the back of your shoulder blades engaged. Make sure your wrist as well, because I'm kind of feeling it. It's a strengthener in here. Make sure though that they're not going like this and twisting. So a different part of my core is working because I'm going from the different thigh over to the different shoulder. And let's do one more. And then I'm straightening out my legs. Give a little shake, a little wobble. Now I've changed my palms. So now we're gonna feel the front of our arms. Being careful though that you don't get into that rounded shoulder. So we wanna untuck. We want the palms facing the mirror that you're looking at, away from your body. I'm bending down again because I don't need a lot of resistance. And in fact, maybe sitting in a chair would be good. And I'm just pulling up a little and back down. So I don't want to strain by bringing this all the way to my shoulders and adding a roundness. I just want a little up and down, up and down. My core is tight. Really watching that my neck is not involved in this. I'm feeling it a lot in the back of my back muscles, my weaker part, because those are my back stabilizers, my balance, my endurance. And up and down. I'm also feeling it in my glutes because I've held this stance for quite a while now, right? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let me step carefully out of here, but keeping just my right foot in it now. I'm gonna let me make sure it works. So my right foot alone is on the foot pad. My right arm alone is holding it. I've stepped back with my left leg for balance. I'm not on a tightrope block. I have a good space between my right side and my left side. Hips with distance, but all toes are pointing forward though. And I'm going to hinge at my hips. Stomach is tight, back is flat, keeping my elbow close to my side. I'm going to do like that lawnmower. So see my grip, it's right in the middle. I have split my fingers just so I have better balance. As I'm pulling up though, I'm feeling a tightness here, no rotation in the trunk at all. Up and down. Notice, and hopefully I'm in that flat back, butt is sticking out. I'm gazing forward about 3 or 4 feet, and then not moving my chin at all. So I've done a few. Now I'm going to keep with the bent elbow, and I'm going to turn my palms to face. I've changed the grip on the handle because it was getting kind of tiring for me. The palm is facing now behind you, and I'm going to straighten out my elbow and back to bent. Straighten bent to fill another part of the triceps. And then I can't do a whole lot of these. And then I'm stopping. So I'm just going to stand up now. We're going to do 2 different kinds of shoulder now. I'll bend my elbow just a little bit, and I'm going to rotate the elbow up and around. So it's not just a palm flip, it's a down and over. I'm working the rotator cuff muscles back here just a little bit. They're very tiny. You don't have to do a lot. In this case, less is more. I am just keeping this way just because that foot is kind of glued in. But I'm kind of feeling it right here, maybe a little bit here. Predominantly though, I want the better posture and just to feel it back here. My shoulders are staying away from my ears the whole time. And then I'm gonna swap sides. So I'm struggling to get that foot in. Actually, with the left one now, I'll face the camera so you can see a little bit. So excuse the bend down. The first one was the lawnmower row. And again, really make sure that you are stuck in that. Because my thought is twanging yourself is not good. So I'm holding in my left hand. My foot has the left foot has the base. I'm stepping back with my right. My hips are pointing forward, right at the camera. My back leg is bent a little, my left leg is bent a little, my stomach is tight. I'm gonna hinge at the hip again, fix my gaze a couple of feet ahead, and I'm doing the row, the lawnmower row. So this is incorporating a lot of the back shoulder muscles. It's also incorporating the hip. Make sure that your hips remain facing forward and not moving at a diagonal. So I'm kind of catching up. So slow going up, slower coming back. If you need the speed up when you're getting the resistance, but as your resistance is decreasing, slow it down because that's actually the harder part. So I'm back up. I'm now going to keep my elbow where it is. Turn my palm facing behind me now in doing the triceps. The bend and the straighten of the elbows. Stomach is still tight. It's kind of focus on what your chin is doing. I'm laughing because it's very obvious to me which side is stronger and which isn't, but that's normal, isn't it? We're going to hold for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And now we're doing the rotator cuff one. So I've changed my grip again. My elbow's in a sense going to be glued to the side of me, and I'm pulling it out and back in. Stomach is tight, shoulders are away from your ears, down and back, and your arm is pulling in and out. Remember, it is not a forearm pancake flipping. It's an actual bend and then pull it, rotating it open like a door. Open and close, open and close, open and close, open and close. Okay, woman, that should give you, between the two of them, that should give you plenty. I am feeling it. Hopefully you are too. I love you. Have a good day. Happy working out. Bye.